G'day, how you going? So, my name is Anthony Darville, aka the Aussie Bitcoin Miner. I haven't done a video for a while. There's a lot of reasons for this. I used to do videos pretty much for programs I was in, etc. The only thing is I never felt comfortable promoting these companies. Like, there's always that gut feeling, you have that gut feeling where you just know, it's not going to last. I bet this program's not going to last. And how can you sit there and start doing videos on something that you know, like deep down, that either you're going to lose money or you're bringing people in and you're going to make money off them, but then they're going to lose out. So, I sort of gave up on it, which is all good. Obviously, now I'm just into mining, so Bitcoin mining, Ethereum mining, etc. Through Genesis and Swiss Gold Global. So that's just another Swiss Gold Global is in partnership with Genesis Mining. They've been around for 8 or 9 years, but for me it's more gold and silver aspects. I'm just saving a little bit of gold and a little bit of silver, just as a backup for if anything happens. Also, I started my Bitcoin mining through Swiss Gold Global, so I didn't really get into the Genesis mining part. I probably should have went through them, but I didn't. I was more concerned back then with the gold and silver aspect of it. So obviously the focus has changed, but so now I'm into mining everything, or at least Bitcoin and Ethereum anyway. For now, definitely was spewing. I never got into the Dash or the Litecoin mining when they had it. So yeah, so the Bitcoin mining, this is a good way to get into Bitcoin if you're not into Bitcoin yet. there's, we're up to 10,000 something. 10,200 or something like that today. So we crossed over the $10,000 mark. Now, people might think, well, I haven't got $10,000 to buy one Bitcoin. And that's fine. You don't have to. You don't have to do it that way. Obviously, at the beginning of last year, you probably could have got it for like 1,000. If you're lucky, if you're lucky, probably even cheaper. And now today, say 11 months on, you would have 10 times your money. So, if you had bought $1,000 worth, obviously you would have 10,000. It would be worth 10,000 now. So that's how that works. So Bitcoin mining, you're pretty much just buying your terahash, you're buying power. I'll just go. I'm already on there, am I? Yeah. So Bitcoin, obviously there's no contracts at the moment. So what you'd be doing, right? So you're buying. So 179. Once this loads, I'm all over the shop at the moment. Obviously, so with the Bitcoin, 1 terahash. So 1,000 gigahash is 1 terahash. So it'd be 179. This used to be 150 if I remember. Yeah, they've only just upped the prices, so because everyone wants it. So you're paying 179 for a terahash. It's an open-ended Bitcoin mining contract. So this means once you buy this, it's your, this will keep earning and earning and earning for you until Bitcoin is not profitable to mine. Now, in the next, couple of years, it should be fine. When we get to 2020, what will happen is the Bitcoin will halve. So say if you come in, let's just say you come in with 25 gigahash. Now 25 gigahash is going to earn you a fair bit. I'll go to a calculator. I'll just show you something. So at the present time, what do we got? So 25 terahash, we'll say. So that's just under 4,000 US. Now this is a calculator, we work it out. So we go 25. It's going to let me do it. So 25, and this has to change to a terahash. Or you can just put in the 25,000. So then we calculate it. So this is the difficulty factor, and this is the current rate. So it's 10,030. So with a $4,000 purchase, you'd be roughly getting about, so you take about 20% of this off. So 9. So say about 30. Say about 35. Let's just be conservative. Let's say $35 a day. We'll go with this. We'll just go 46 a day, 327 a week, and 1,424 a month. Right, so then say 20% off that, right? Let's say 10%, 142. So say 280 off that. Let's say 1,200 a month, right? Now that's not bad considering it's just sitting there. Like you've already purchased your $4,000. The idea about it is then compound. You got to compound it. So the earnings you get. My way I'd do it, I'd be coming into it with fiat, using your fiat money, your normal money, and then repurchasing. So say if you're getting 46 a day, well, this is how you would be doing it. See, the problem is you can't get it. You can't get it at the moment, so you missed the boat. This is the problem. Back in the day, what you'd do, you'd start off, and you use your fiat money, get it in there, and you'd be getting paid out in Bitcoin every day. Every single day. And then the idea, you'd be compounding it for whatever you want to do. So obviously you want to do it for at least 3 to 6 months, easy. Like, let's do it that way. Depends on what you start with too, obviously. I mean, 25 terahash is a pretty big jump, like, straight away. But that's the way you do it. And you wouldn't use your Bitcoin, right? Don't use your Bitcoin to compound. Use your fiat money. So, you know what I mean? Even if you need to buy like one contract a week, if you could, that's the other problem. So you can't really do it anymore. And this, you can't even do I don't think you can even do the little ones anymore, can you? I don't think you can even do it. It used to be $30 for 200 gigahash. So they're not even letting you start from that now, Genesis. So I will give you a secret. Genesis is out, but I can tell you now that Swiss Gold Global has got them. I think you can go about 5 terahash as a free member. So if you're interested in getting it that way, I'll have a link down below if you want. Become a free member of Swiss Gold Global. You just do your KYC. You do a KYC, it might take 24 to 48 hours depending on what day. So if you do it on the weekend, it's definitely going to take 48 hours. Do it on a weekday, it'll probably take you 24 hours to get approved. Just follow the process. The link I'll have down below. Even if you don't want to join my link, doesn't matter. I mean, I'm earning Bitcoin every day regardless. So, yeah, there's no worries there. If you want to join or not, just become a free member. Don't pay anything, obviously. And then you want to start with like a 5 terahash. The only problem is your contract's not going to start till March. So this is your dilemma with the mining at the moment. Personally, I'd rather wait until hopefully we get to a stage where the mining is you buy it, and then you're earning pretty much in the next 24 to 48 hours straight away. And then you can repurchase, and do all that. At the moment, because it's like this, and because it's because they've run out. They've simply run out. It's that popular at the moment. It's so hard to get. So a lot of people are buying the pre-packages, but the problem is, like I said, you're waiting till March. So that's the risk you got to take. You know what I mean? So you can look at Bitcoin now, like we said, it's 10,245. I think it's a bit inflated, this price, but this coming in March, Bitcoin in March could be at 12,000 or something. So you know what I mean? So you could buy your Bitcoin and sit on it. I actually think this is going to pull back a bit. This might pull back to about 9.5, maybe. It will pull back because it's gone up so high, like so quick. The odds are it will pull back. Now, the other thing is if you're not into, well, obviously you can't do Bitcoin, right? So you can do Ethereum. Now, Ethereum's it's a lot different. This one you can compound every day if you do it like this, right? So what we'll do, Ethereum's a bit different. So I'll just show you. This is another calculator. This is Ethereum calculator. Now, Ethereum the contracts are only 2 years. So once you buy your initial contract, depending on what you start at, you got 2 years and it'll run out. So your first year usually with Ethereum gets you your money back. It's your second year. It's in that second year is where you make your profit, right? And you're definitely going to make more than your bank's ever going to give you, bar none. Okay, so it doesn't look like it's going to load for me for some reason. Oh no, there it is. So we'll go mining. Okay, we'll go mining. We'll go calculators. Sorry, I'm all over the place. It's already 9 minutes. I'm just talking about mining. So anyway, this could be a long video. A bit to talk about. Not bad for the first one back, eh? Let's go, let's have a look. No, it's not even taking me to the right page. No. Yeah, I'm just going to jump into here. Sorry, I got so much stuff going on here. So I'll get rid of the Bitcoin. It's been a bit slow. So you got your calculators. This is Crypto Compare. This is your calculators for like Dash, Litecoin, Ethereum Classic, Monero, Zcash. So Zcash and Monero is in Genesis as well, and Swiss Gold Global. So okay, so that's your thing. This is your Ethereum. Now Ethereum's gone up a lot in the last like 2 or 3 weeks, or 2 weeks really. It's been climbing pretty up there. So let's go back to Genesis and just show you. So this is your little contract. These are your contracts, right? So there's no maintenance and that, so I'll show you that in a minute. So let's just go 1 mega hash, 1 mega hash. So 1 mega hash would get you, and there's no maintenance. So that means no consumption, no thing. That's how you work it out. So 1 mega hash would only get you 7 cents a day, 50 cents a week, $2.15 a month, and $26.20 a year. So you're paying $29.99. So like I said, your first year is pretty much getting your money back. Then your second year is getting your profit. Okay. So if you double that, so say it's 52. Let's say $52. Provided, and it depends. It depends on Ethereum. Ethereum looks like it's going to go up, and it's going to keep going for a while. I don't know how high it'll get. Probably like 500 or something, maybe. Depends on the next year. It depends really. Your mining comes down to whatever it comes down to. You know what I mean? What the price is as well, and the difficulty. There's still difficulty rates as well. I know Ethereum did drop a bit, the difficulty rate. So that's how you can do it like that. That's how you can work that out. So, or you can go like, so 10 mega hash would be, what do we say, so 29, so it'd be about 300. It'd be about 300 for 10 mega hash. So in your first year, you'd get $261.98 back. So 71 cents a day, $5 a week, 21. So what you do, see, Ethereum's a bit different. See, it's a bit, you're not making as much. So the idea, but what you do is you compound it. So, say every couple of weeks. Yeah, see, I wouldn't even do it with 10. I'd go like 15. Okay, so I'd go like 15. So 15, so about $450 or something, right? So you're making $32 a month. So every month you can buy another contract, right? And that's how you compound. So next month you'd have 16 mega hash. And then you'd earn 34 a month. But so every month for a while. See, that's why you really got to come in. Depends what you want to earn. I mean, it comes down to, that's what it comes down to. It comes down to what you want to earn on it. So, what's the big one? 100 is $3,000, right? I'll say 2,800. So you'd be getting 215. So look, 50 a week. So to come in like that, you'd be getting 50 a week. So you'd be buying nearly 1 point something contracts a week. Compounding. So this would be bigger and bigger and bigger. So obviously your first year you'd be just making your money back by 150 off, and then your next year would be 2,600 profit. Do you see what I'm saying? And then if you're compounding at the same time, so if you are buying 1 or 2 a week on top, you see what I mean? Because you've got 2 years. So obviously you want to keep compounding and then keep that going. You know, so in 2 years' time, when your first initial one, your big 100 goes, you've still got all your other ones behind it, you know, from whenever you bought it. That's the other way of doing it that way. If you're not into mining, so what I'm into at the moment, I'm going to get out of this. Alright, let's get to the real stuff here. What I'm, get rid of that too, is ICO'S. I'm over all programs, simple as that. They're all full of shit, mind my language, but they're not built to last. It's simple as that. Let's stop beating around the bush. There's a lot of bullshit out there at the moment. My first couple of years just online is pretty much learning all the shit. Pretty much learning the hard way that, you know, it's all full of shit. Alright? Even if you're a big recruiter, good on you, but deep down inside, you know that you're bringing in people to a failed program. It's going to fail eventually. So, you know, you hear everything. When you first start, you hear, oh yeah, you'll make $1 million by next Thursday or whatever. You hear all this bullshit. And it's designed to suck you in. It's simple as that. I mean, when you're new, you don't know any better. So you're thinking, yep, fuck, I'm going to put in $1,000. Some people put in $10,000 and then it's gone. you could go like in a month, in the space of 6 months, you could be gone. Yeah, it's earning, but yeah, have you actually pulled the money out or not? You know, it's up to you. I got stung $7,000. You know, because I got retrenched too, so I was using, you know, money like that, and I got retrenched, lost that, and you know, that's why I gave up with it. To be honest with you, like I was in the background, staying in the background of it. You know, I jumped into a couple of things, but I just couldn't sit there and recruit. I just didn't want to recruit, to be honest, because I knew, like, you know, you'd be jumping in these rev shares. And it's all good. You know you have to recruit. You've got to recruit to make the big money. But how can you sit there and recruit knowing that you're bringing in other people and they're going to lose money? Maybe you won't because you're making all the big dollars, but the people under you are losing all the money. So how could you, you know, it turns you into the, you know, the worst thing you could possibly become, really. That's the worst thing you'll ever want to become. But anyway, get off that. So like I said, so I've lost I've lost money. I mean, I'm not going to, you know, deny it. Bitcoin, the mining is the best thing, you know, I've seen. It's the way to go. You buy it, you just let it run, and you compound. Every day you're getting your money. It's simple as that. It's definitely coming in. And it depends. You've got a certain level you've got to get to, minimum every day. But once you're past that, and you're getting it every day, and then it's up to you. You either build your crypto or you cash it out. Now, if you cash it out, you're obviously going to have to pay tax. There's going to be capital gains, stuff like that. Well, there's capital gains on ICO'S, I'm assuming too. But when you pull that money out, that foreign money, you've got to declare it. It's simple as that. As they will catch up, especially if you're sending it to a debit card or something, you're spending it. They're going to click on. So taxation, they're not stupid. So you make sure if any money you've pulled out, unless it's obviously gambling, you can get it. I mean, you can get away with it that way, but sort of. It depends on how much little bits and pieces there. It doesn't matter because it's a win, but you know, Bitcoin, they're not stupid. They're going to catch onto it they're already caught onto it anyway. So just make sure when you are pulling out if you are doing from crypto to fiat, you're declaring it pretty much. You know, it gets you an accountant and get them to suss it out for you. So that's the mining aspect of it. The best way, you just let it grow. Get it to a stage where you're happy with it, then you can pull it out or whatever, do whatever. But just make sure you get to that stage where you're happy with, and then do it that way. So my next thing, I'm into ICOs. So now why ICOs? It's, you know, initial coin offerings they're called. So this is where businesses or you know, just whatever, trying to raise money for their venture, pretty much. Now the problem is there's a lot of shit as well, so you have to be really diligent. And look, this is just a list of ones. Now look at this, I'll show you. These are all the ones here. Now how are you going to know out of all this which ones are the good ones and which ones are the shit ones? Now there was I can say it, the problem is everyone thinks they're an expert. All well and good. All the make money online people, they try and come over to this, and you can tell straight away they have no idea what they're talking about because they're trying to bring people into shit coins. So the problem with that was every idiot was sitting there going, oh, this leader's done this, and following, you know, and so they've gone in and bought it, and then they're getting promised like, oh, this coin could go to like $5 or $1, and it didn't move. It didn't even go anywhere. The problem is that when it first came out onto exchanges, it didn't even really come out on exchange at all, actually. But anyway, they didn't have access to their tokens. So the problem with that was, while it was like 28 cents when it first jumped, and they were buying it for 1 cent, no one could cash it out. So everyone got stuck, pretty much. Thank God I didn't go in it. That's some pretty good advice. I had a feeling anyway. It sounded too good to be true for starters. That's the next thing. If it's too good to be true, don't bother. Don't even touch it. Whatever. You'll pick up the different sayings and all the bullshit, and you'll see. And I don't mean to be swearing all the time, but I'm just telling you how it is. Yeah, that's it. I've learned the hard way, and that's just the way it is. So what I've done, I've invested into myself. I've purchased a course called ICO Gold Rush. Now, ICO Gold Rush, this course pretty much explains to you how to find them when they're, like, explains to you, like, how can you say it? So when these come out, I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example, right? Power Ledger is a good example. So Power Ledger, so it's an Australian ICO, deals with solar power, and it's decentralized on their blockchain. That's the idea of it. So Power Ledger, when it first came out, I think you could get it for, at the moment, 62 cents. So at the moment, it's gone down a bit because Bitcoin's skyrocketing. So usually when Bitcoin's skyrocketing, the alts, so alts is everything other than Bitcoin, really, and Ethereum, stuff like that. Well, actually, Ethereum's an altcoin anyway, but Bitcoin's your main one. Then when that's going up, yeah, alt's going down. It's simple as that. They take a hit. Let's say it that way. It's not loaded for me. It will in a minute. Anyway, so that takes a hit. So once Bitcoin, if Bitcoin adjusts, like it probably will, if it goes back to nine grand, whatever, the altcoins will start climbing. That's just how it works. Now, look at this. This is Power Ledger. So Power Ledger's only been out since November or something, right? Beginning of November. This computer's not playing with me today. So you can pretty much get it for like 7 cents. Now, that's at ICO. I think even in ICO, I think it was like, pre-ICO was like 5 cents, 5 or 6 cents. Now, I missed this, obviously, because I didn't know the knowledge back then. So I invested myself, bought a course, taught me it's teaching me everything I know now. Well, I'm learning. I'm still learning, to be honest. But even before I bought the course, we were given a heads up on Power Ledger. Now, some people, like me, if I hear something that I think is gonna, you've been around the traps, and you hear from somebody that it's gonna go alright, it's backed, well backed, and they've done their research into this coin, you jump into it. So I missed it at 7 cents. I think I jumped in at about 15 cents. I think it was around about, might have been around there, might have been the 12th or something like that. Anyway, so at the moment now, and then it just jumped. So I was so glad. Like the first couple of days, I was like, "You beauty!" Like it was up to 63. I think the highest I got to ICO was about 90. Yeah, so 90 cents. So and theoretically, I 6 times my money because I bought it at 15. Now that's buying it after the ICO. We heard that it was coming onto a popular exchange, right? So obviously you have an exchange. All these got to go on exchanges. That's how you buy it and you sell it, right? So you can either do it with Bitcoin. It depends on the exchange. Sometimes you can buy some with Bitcoin, or you can, most of the tokens are usually Ethereum tokens. So anyway, so this got to 92 cents. So here I'm sitting here going, this is before I even bought the course, going, well, I've just 6 times it already. So 15 cents and then into 90. So, and the predictions for this coin it's way more than 90 cents. So we're talking, there's a lot of people thinking $3 in the next whatever. Could even if it takes 6 months, whatever. You think about it, but I bought it for 15. Regardless, I'm not going to tell you how much I've put in. Doesn't matter. It's it's nothing. No one's concerned. But let's just say you put in $100, or you bought $100 worth at 15. So that would have been. No, let's just say it doesn't matter, right? The 15. Anyway, usually I'm pretty good at maths and pretty switched on. Whatever. So let's say. See, now I've stuffed myself up because I'm too busy thinking. Anyway, say you buy it at 15 cents, and then say it gets to $1.50. Theoretically, let's just say it goes to $1.50 by March, roughly. That's 10 times your money. So if you put in $100, you've already made $900 US, right, in 3 months, right? Which is not bad considering you've just bought it because you've done the research and you've seen it, or you've been given a heads up. And you've already done that. Now, say you've put in more than that, but let's just say you put in $500 or something. That's 5 grand. You get it? In 3 months? Not bad for doing nothing. Well, not doing nothing, but you're sitting there research. You're doing your due diligence, checking out your coin, making sure it all ticks the boxes. Because there's a lot that don't. There's a lot that, they're absolute garbage. And people will invest big money and then they lose it because it's a shit coin. Simple as that. It's not backed by anything. It's not a proper product or an application or whatever. Or it might be an app, It might be just shit. No one wants it. No one cares. So you got to be really, really picky with what you're buying or, what you're choosing and stuff. So at the moment now, yeah, it's dropped. And that's all good because you're in it for the long term. You shouldn't be buying, unless you're buying it pre-ICO. So if you got Power Ledger at obviously 3 cents or something, or even say even 5 cents, and then it hits, you know, it hit the 90, you could take some of that money out, get your money back, or whatever you've spent, and leaves the rest of it in there, or whatever, and take a bit on top, then leave the rest in there. Now, if that coin, like I said, if you got it for 5 cents, then it does go to $5. That's your 1,000 times your money. Simple as that, right? But I mean, it's a waiting game. I mean, this is not fast money. No one's saying it is. I'm not saying you're going to get rich either by whenever, but that's just the way it is. Now I can show you. I'm just going to show you something quickly. This is Wallet Investor. This is a forecast of the different coins, right? So I'll see if I can find. Let's just see if I can find Power Ledger. This is just an example. Showing him no worries. Probably went past it, do I? No. Alright, let's have a Power Ledger. Whoops. P-O-W-R. Power Ledger. Let's have a quick look. Let's see what the forecast. Now, this isn't gospel. This doesn't mean that it's definitely going to happen, obviously. Obviously, it depends on the product, like it depends on the application of it, and it's not loading for some damn reason. Oops, I gotta press it, sorry. My mistake, see? That's what happens when you're out of it for a while. Right, so the current price is 59 cents. That's all good. Now, like I said, this isn't gospel, so don't think, it's definitely going to be there. So December, they're thinking, they're pretty much thinking, so 72, so December's only a couple of days, so they're thinking around 72 cents. They're thinking closing, so the end of December, they're thinking around $1.42. So that's not bad, right? Now let's just go to June. Well, let's go March. So March they are predicting about $3, $3.60, $2.98 closing at the end of February. So think of it that way. So if you bought at 15 cents. Now look at it now. It's what I said today. Now today they reckon it's what? For 58 cents, right? What's that now? So 61 cents right now. Right? So I'm at 4 times if I took it out today. I'm not taking it out today. As simple as that. I've already made my decision. I'm sitting on Power Ledger anyway. If you were to buy this in today, if you were to buy today, Power Ledger, now, say you do hold on till March, right? You're going to 5 times your dollars. Simple as that. So you come in with $1,000, you're going to have 5 grand by the end of, you obviously buy $1,000 worth of it, you're going to come home roughly 5 times. That's if this happens, right? So like I said, this is only predictions. If they're right or not, it's 2 different things. It depends on the project, and it obviously depends how many exchanges it can go on. See, so at the moment, Power Ledger, so you go to markets, your Power Ledger at the moment, see, well now it's starting to get on a lot of, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's only on 5 exchanges, so man, that's nothing. Obviously a couple of big, like Bittrex is pretty decent, and Binance is pretty decent, yeah, and you can see by the volume, so these are your big ones. These ones are all little exchanges, but then it only takes, you know what I mean, if any of these go onto like an Asian exchange or something like that, it's game over, because they love it. They love it. They love all this stuff, and it's solar energy, solar power. So this is brilliant. This is my opinion, brilliant to get into. Another one that I have jumped into is Quantstamp. So it's QSP. That's a ticker. The QSP is the ticker of it. So it's Quantstamp. Same thing. Before I bought the course, I was told about this coin, and I got it at. So obviously I missed the ICO when it came out, the pre-ICO and the ICO. So I had to wait till it got onto an exchange. Obviously, I think this is only on 2 or 3 as well, or was. So it's on a couple of little ones, and it's only on Binance really. So that's the big one. So this has still got heaps to go. This has only been out for, I don't even know. It's only been on the exchanges for bugger all, really. So anyway, so it's 13 cents. So so this one's only been out since 22nd of November. I didn't get it. I got it at 7 cents. I got told about this coin. 7 cents I got it for. Anyway, it got up to 20 cents. 2 days, not even 2 days later, or a day later, and I was like, whew, it's 3 times already, straight away, bang, if you pulled it out. But I'm not pulling it out. I'm going to let it sit on this one as well. Obviously, at the moment, it's copping a hit. So 13 cents now is a bargain. I'll be buying it. Like, I think I did buy more too at 15. Just knowing that what it could do. So, yeah, I mean, it's not too late for Quantstamp. It's worth a go. I don't know if they've got a forecast for this one yet, have they? Quantstamp. Yeah, I'll just have a look. I want to have a look at Quantstamp. So, alright, so I've done this course. I'm only still pretty green coming into it. Like, I'm still doing it. But I've already made, theoretically, if I pulled it out, I've already made that money back. So it was a no-brainer for me to jump onto QSP. No, they haven't got it. Okay, so they haven't got this one yet. Oh, hang on. Maybe I'll spell it properly. No, so Quantstamp's not on there yet. So it's not even on there yet because it's still new. Anyway, they're predicting this could go to $1 easily. And the way we look at this is we go by the cap. Now, the market cap, so the market cap for this is only 80 million, right? Now, the way you work out, I'm just going to go on the coin schedule, right? And then I'm just going to quickly, go coin market cap. Just going to go coin markets cap. There it is, right? I'll just give you a quick example of how this works. Sorry, this is really dragging on, but I'll just show you something real quick. So Quantstamp, like I said, is at 80 million market cap, right? So what we do, this is what we do. This is how you know if a coin, well, it depends. It depends how good the coin is, like I said, but come on. Right, so obviously Bitcoin. Bitcoin's got $173 billion market cap. So that's huge. That's, yeah, billion, right? So let's go Quantstamp. So Power Ledger, right? Power Ledger's at 211 million, right? Now, when this first came out, it was only, it was bugger all, right? When I first got it, it was bugger all. So for it to double, so when I first got it, so let's go back to Quantstamp. It's probably easier with Quantstamp. So with Quantstamp, it's at 80 million now, which is bugger all, right? Nothing. Bugger all. So it's 13 cents, right? It's still a bargain. It's not even double what I got it for, right? Now, for this to go to 26 cents, this market cap it's got to be double. So it's got to get to 160 million to get to 26 cents, right? That's how it works. So when that money comes in, this goes up. So this to 3 times. To get this to 40 cents, this would have to bet to 260 million. Now, you might think, shit, that's a lot. But it's not. It's bugger all. As you look at these coins up here. So if you go to Power, like I said, Power Ledger, same thing. That was like the same. I remember, I think it was about 80. When I first got it, I think it was about 70 or 80 million. Now, and I'm thinking, well, how's this going to happen? But it does. It does happen. It's all the money coming into the alts. And that's how it happens. Or into that coin. The old way, I mean, before I even did ICO GoldRush, I got into it. I did the course. I mean, I used to buy like basic attention when it used to be down to like 12, 13 cents. And then you'd wait till it gets like 25 cents something. And then you'd sell it off. And that's how you'd make a bit of coin on the, a bit of extra Bitcoin or a bit of extra Ethereum. That's how you do it. But, the best way is, you can still do it that way too. There's nothing stopping you. Just looking at it every day, knowing what's going on, and then knowing how this market cap works, and doing it from there. There's nothing stopping you doing that as well. So, obviously you've got to learn how to use all the exchanges, stuff like that. They're not exactly easy. Some are harder than others. I'm not going to get into it. It's one of those things. I can show you different, it depends. Depends how far you want to take it, and depends how many videos you want to do. Like Neo, look at Neo, 2.5 billion. I remember Neo, Neo used to be Ant shares. This was down to like $6, or even less. I mean, there was opportunity to get it at 6, and then it even skyrocketed to 40, nearly just under $50. And this is still a good one too, if you can afford that. But it's up to you. EOS, yeah. Yeah, I mean, a couple of weeks ago you could have got this for 25 cents, and look at it now, $22.80. So that's how that worked too. So some people are probably spewing, but and Bitcoin obviously that's Bitcoin's going to get bigger no matter what. So Bitcoin obviously dominates the cap, so it's 54% domination. There's obviously $321 billion in here. This is nothing compared to what it's going to get to. So, I mean, for Bitcoin to get to $20,000, this has to get to $350 billion cap, which won't take too long to get to that. So, anyway, so the course I did, I jumped into ICO Gold Rush. So, this pretty much, the boys here created this course, and it explains everything. It explains how to get into, like, if you're not even into Bitcoin and Ethereum yet or anything like that, or into cryptos, I mean, you're going to be starting from scratch. I mean, you really want to get your hands, you really want to get on YouTube and start looking for videos on how to do stuff, but if you're into like ICOs and you want to actually get decent, results, this is the go. So it's a step-by-step training. So you find, so we go to find the ICOs, we apply the check, we got our own checklist. So, I mean, like I showed you how many there were coming up. Oh, there's always ICOs coming out every day. It's amazing. There was one day there was like 50. I think it was just after the fork, because the fork failed. Let's have a quick drink. They didn't end up doing the fork, so what they did, there was like 40 or 50 of them coming out the same day after the fork. It was amazing. And like, how could you go? You can't just go through it all. So obviously we go through the checklist and see what it gets to, if it's worth it or not, and how much you invest roughly. I mean, investing comes up to you, how much you want to do it, but so obviously you want to be responsible when you're doing it. Invest responsibly, and then you sit and wait. Pretty much that's the key. You're not gonna be a millionaire tomorrow, right? Simple as that. Unless you hit it. No, you could, but how much money come in with. And when it's time for it to get ready, and it's gone up 5, 10, whatever you're comfortable with, and you sell it. Then you just rinse it and repeat it. I'm just going to quickly pause this for a minute. So just had a phone call. This is the boss, so sorry about that. We're about to, so rinse and repeat. And then, then you find your next one. So the idea with this is you want to start getting into a couple. So obviously when you come into our group, we've got a Slack group. So we learn, this is it, you're learning the basics, getting on the same page, the goals, get everyone on the same page. The end goal, why we flip them for cash, where to find the best ones, white listing, KYC, if you ever do it that way. The video is the secret source, how to get the video, that's right. Why we use a checklist and data matching so we don't get scammed, hidden traps for newbies. Then there's the 2 strategies we can adopt to get to 7 figures depending on your level of risk. Then obviously you got wallets, like wallet set up to send and receive tokens. Core lessons in the checklist, so we actually do an over the shoulder one. Token metrics, so you obviously need to know token metrics. That's another different story. I haven't even jumped into that yet. And then this is so pretty much how to sell on the different exchanges. And then we have summarize. So, but the best thing about this is when you join up, we have what we call a Slack group. And the Slack group, it's like Telegram. It's like Telegram, but it's way better than Telegram. So everyone's in there. So everyone's, here's so the Slack group. So everyone's in there, and they're pretty much giving your opinion and shit, because we're all the same team. You're not making money, you know what I mean? I don't care if you come in without even going off my referral, whatever. I've already paid it, I already know it, I'm already doing it, so it doesn't matter. But you're coming in, you've got your Slack group, so people already, because obviously you can't do every single one, you'd be there, or you'd be, mate, it'd take ages. It'd take a good half an hour to do each ICO, so you wouldn't get many ICOs done a day anyway. So the idea is everyone helps each other. Monday nights we have a webinar. I think that's 6 o'clock or 6:30 Bangkok time. So if you're in Australia, I think it's about 9:30, 10:30, maybe something like that. So that's where all the good stuff's pretty much. Talk, well, pretty much the boys pretty much say, boys, we're obviously hoping to get more women into this, or more girls, so feel free to get in. What was I say? But they talk about the best ones coming up, and even in the Slack group, they say why you should go in it. People are asking, well, should I jump into this? And people say no, yeah. And and they'll explain why. So you're learning as you're going as well. So that's how this works. Obviously, there's money back guarantee. Obviously, so after 12 months, if you fail to at least double your money what you paid for the course, we'll refund 100%. Condition is you have to actively purchase 10 ICOs in that 12-month period. So that's no worries. I mean, I'm already up to 3. I already got a couple more I want to get into. Obviously, I'll talk about the third one I'm into maybe tomorrow or the day after. So at the moment, it's definitely Quantstamp, Power Ledger. They're the two I'm sitting on. If you want to jump into them, now's the time to do it. So, yeah, that's just my opinion at the moment. There's one more that I jumped into last night that probably tomorrow I might release it out of the bag. See how we go. But they're all, how you say it? So you pretty much, you're buying it and now you're waiting for it to do its magic. The idea is once you start getting in, I mean, obviously I've just jumped in, I've already into 3 already, so there's another 2 more I want to get into yet. Obviously I can't disclose what they are because, I've bought the course, obviously I've purchased the course, obviously, and you don't want to, I'm going to give away, I've already given you 2 good ones already, so Power Ledger and Quantstamp, they're still, I mean, Power Ledger's gone up a fair bit, yeah, I'll give you that, but if going by the forecast, it's up to $3 by, February, March. Yeah, still 5 times in whatever you're doing anyway. So it's up to you. I'm not a financial advisor, obviously. There is risk. It could crash and burn. The odds are it probably won't because we've done our due diligence on it. We've checked it out. It's a great project. Look up Power Ledger. Look it up yourself if you want. What you do, go on to CoinMarketCap and you can go, say you go to Power Ledger. So there's another way you can do it. So go to Power Ledger. So it's the ticker, it's POWR. Jump onto Power Ledger. Oh no, what am I doing? Yeah, anyway, jump on the Power Ledger. Then you got their website. So you jump on their website. So CoinMarketCap's pretty good. There's a lot of information you can get off it. Obviously too, so there's social media. What I like to do, whatever I'm in, I like to get a Twitter. I jump onto their Twitter. There's always an official Twitter on each one. Obviously it's not loading for me at the moment for some reason, but there is tweets obviously there. I mean, I am on it, so the page isn't loading up. So obviously it's going too slow. I'll get out of this shit. Whoop. What's going on? So that's the Power Ledger page. Okay, it's a bit slow to run. But anyway, that's what I'll be going. I was a bit spewing when this first came out. It was $3.99, so I missed the first lot. I actually didn't even know about it. But yeah, then theoretically, I've already made my money. I made a shitload of money anyway back, so I ended up buying it. It was a no-brainer for me to join it. Simple as that. So at the moment, it's at $1,099. That's how much it costs, but it's a one-off. That's it. So if you are a recruiter, you want to come in. I mean, I don't want you even coming in to be a recruiter. Whatever. I don't really want we don't really want to make money online. People coming in. If you want, whatever. But I mean, do it for yourself. Do it to learn a new skill. It's a new skill set. Not like that. It's like your marketing stuff still, but do it as a new skill set where you don't have to rely on a program or some dodgy admin taking your money and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? So there you go. So it's $34 million raised, just the pre-sale and the main sale. So everyone has a white paper. All these have a white paper. So you obviously download the white paper. It'll give you a whole brief snack over it. They've changed this site actually from when I saw it last. Have they? Hang on. Or am I thinking of something else? Nah, same one. But yeah, so you have a white paper. Every coin has a white paper. So you download the white paper, go through it, and you got to go by the tokens as well. Obviously, token size, stuff like that. But anyway, like I said, Quantstamp. I still think Quantstamp's a good one to get into. 13 cents. Up to you to get in it. Listen, I know this has been a long video. If you like my video, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell. So every time there's I'll do a video every day. I won't make it as long as this. This is just my coming back video, pretty much saying what I'm up to, my mining, stuff like that with Genesis, ICO Global. If you're interested in getting to, if you want to get into Bitcoin mining and you don't mind waiting till March, go for it. Sign up for a free account, ICO Global, do your KYC and purchase it. As a free member, I think you can only get 5 terahash at a time, and I think for a paid member, so it's like $50. I think you pay $50, say, or you pay your first initial $249. That actually gets you some gold as well, and it gets you a little bit of terahash to start, and then I think it's $50 a month. But out of that $50, you're getting $12.50 maybe of silver every month. So I'm just doing it like that. Not really referring really anyway. I mean, sort of. I've left it a jar for it, but whatever. But you can pay like $600 one off, and then you just pay your $50 a month after your 12 months, if that makes sense. I've got videos about that if you want to look on the YouTube channel anyway. And I've just absolutely talked so much, my mouth is dry. I'm going to jump off. The link for ICO GoldRush is at the bottom. The link for Genesis Mining, if you're discounting, you want to jump into Ethereum or something like that, that'll be there, 3% off. But it doesn't matter. If you don't, I don't care. I really don't care if you use my codes or not, or you sign up under me. It's up to you. I really recommend ICO GoldRush, but this is going to be, ICO is going to be the year of 2018 is going to be the year of the ICOs. It's as simple as that. The only problem is you're going to have all your make money online people coming in, talking shit, like thinking they're fucking expert. Oh, I saw there, thinking they're experts, and all the idiots all the sheep are going to follow the leader, and the leader doesn't have a clue which damn ones are right anyway. So there's going to be a lot of people still getting screwed out of their money regardless. So, in my eyes, the make money online people should stay doing what they're doing, and the ICO people, the ones that, just want to make money off ICOs, and it's in your control then, right? You're not relying on anything. It's up to you. It's your risk, it's your risk, It's not, you're not putting the risk into an admin that can't do the job for shit, or they knew it was going to fail in the first place after a year or 6 months or 2 years, and you lost money, and then you're bringing in more people that are, and how can you sleep at night knowing you're pretty much going to screw them people over? So that's just my take. Whatever, it's my opinion. If you want to, bring it on, whatever, I don't care. But I got a clean conscience, So that's how I'm going to do it. 2018 is going to be a massive year, especially with the stuff I've learned, and with our Slack group, we're all helping each other. There's no one trying to beat anyone, because it's. Yeah, you're not bringing in people, you know what I mean? It's got nothing to do with it. It's your own money. Whatever you start with. If you only got a couple $100 after you bought a course, some of that shit happens. That's what you're using. And then you try and pick the good ones, do due diligence, or see what everyone's recommended. Jump in. Obviously, you got to make your own decision for yourself, and then do it. If you win, you win. That's the idea. Even if you double your money, whatever. It's more than you've got, isn't it? So, or more than you started with. So, and the course will pay itself off, I guarantee it. Like I said, but I'm not a financial advisor. I can't tell you what to do, or what to invest in. But yeah, this Quantstamp, I think definitely gonna. I mean, even if it only gets to 50 cents, it's tripled your money, whatever. I think it's gonna go a lot higher than that. I think it's gonna get to at least $1. Power Ledger, I definitely think it's gonna get to $3. I won't say sooner rather than later. I think if we can get Quantstamp back up, Power Ledger back up to $1. That'd be interesting. But I mean, yeah, that's 6 times my money because I didn't get in early enough. But I still think I got in early enough for what I need. But yeah, so I'll leave with that. Thank you for watching. If you've watched, if you're watching it, like I said, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell, get my notifications straight away. I'm pretty much just going to talk about how everything's going in the markets and that, and if I find new ones I'm in. Obviously, I'm not going to tell you ones that are in the course or that we're talking about in the Slack group. That's unfair because, everyone's paid their money and to have that privilege. So if you want to know stuff like that, you're going to have to sign up and buy the course and do it for yourself. Invest in yourself. That's the main thing, is invest in yourself. Every day you should be learning, even if you're watching motivational stuff, whatever. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people say $1,099 is expensive. It's not. I'm telling you not. When people put in 10 grand, 5 grand into fucking stupid rev shares, and they're not even getting the money back because it's all bullshit. All these lending programs, all this bull crap, they're all going to go. So you wait and see with that. But just warning you. So this 50 minutes, I'm out. Happy Wednesday. Hope you all enjoy your day, and I'll see you tomorrow.